there's this 40 book challenge that we've been doing around the school, and I already read my 10 books, and I'm going to 20 books soon.
One thing that makes a successful student is being motivated, and a lot of that goes into whether you're successful or not. Being motivated to be successful, being motivated to do a good job for your teachers, being motivated to do a good job for yourself is really what makes a student successful, and in turn is what makes their grades turn out the way that they're supposed to.
Children sometimes need a different amount of time. High students sometimes can do things very quickly. A low student can do the exact same thing, they just need more time. So time is a big factor in education, and movement is a big thing, but really looking at the whole child and finding the thing that they love and tying that one thing they love to everything else they have to learn.
What makes a successful student is it's like hard work, committing, and always trying to be its best, even if it fails a lot, just getting back up and going harder.
That we listen and that we pay attention so we can all be successful.
I believe they feel that success, again, with that mindset of being the best that they can possibly be, has been something I've been really seeing a lot with a lot of the youth here. They have that drive, that passion to learn, that love to learn, and the mindset that they have is to be like to be determined to work at the very best. It's just amazing.
Is it roll? Whoops, you just got to say something to make it.
Is it rolling? That's cool. We have amazing teachers that never stop until we reach our goals.
A successful student is like when you get good grades, you help others, like you just feel powerful and feel positive, and like you just love who you are and what school you are in. The students are positive, no negativity.
Lincoln Charter, when they get good grades, when they do stuff right and they finish all their work, they give them like parties, events, fun events to do.
Lincoln Charter School has been working at it very hard for 20 years. So first thing is time has made us successful. The other thing is that we do believe it is under charter to think outside the box. I say that we love every idea until we prove we can't do it, and no one's brought me an idea yet that we couldn't do.
They have the ambassador program, which teaches the children how to be confident within themselves. I think that leads to success. A lot of our children, as we were saying, if you put them in front of a microphone, you have to turn the microphone up because you can hardly hear them. But the minute they walk out into the hallway or out of the school, into the schoolyard, you can hear them a mile away. And so a successful child is one who knows the difference between an inside voice and an outside voice, but also understands standing before an audience or an adult or their peers with confidence and being able to state whatever it is they're stating, whether they're talking about themselves, whether they're talking about their family, whether they're talking about a project that they might be working on.
A successful student, it has a lot to do with their effort. We give them a lot. We give them a lot of information, and their willingness to be able to learn it and cooperate in class. Because a lot of the time there's a lot of movable parts in these classrooms. So being able just to stay focused and concentrate and give a good effort will most of the time equal to success. We have a good staff. That goes from starting from the CEO on down. You got to be strong at the top, and then it's kind of like a trickle-down effect. Once you're strong at the top, then you can kind of work your way down, and then we push that on to the students. And having come from another district, we get a lot more stuff here offered to our kids than what they get in most districts. I said, like, we have the garden, and they take a lot more academic trips and stuff like that, so they get exposed to a lot here at Lincoln. It's not just you're not just sitting in the classroom.
A successful student is a student that understands how the academics fits into their home setting. Some students feel like that academics and education is just something that they're made to do, that they're forced to do because you're just supposed to go to school. But to show them how school education plays into their home life, their community, their churches, just their lives in general, and how important it is for them down the road to have certain skills, learning how to read, learning how to write, learning how to problem solve. So academics and how it reaches into their homes and the community, building those connections between school and home. That's what a child looks like. It looks like a child being able to fight through adversity, having the tenacity to get back up after failing, and to not get frustrated and give up. It's so many children nowadays are so quick to say, I quit and I'm done, and they just give up on themselves. But we want them to have the strength in themselves and the confidence in themselves to understand that it's okay to fail. It's okay not to be the best, but always strive to be number one. Always strive to be the best at everything that you do.
That when we talk about best practices, I mean, that's part of life, making decisions. There's failures, but those failures help you learn, and move forward. A failure is not something that you dwell on. If you have a failure, you learn from it, you move on.
A bad business make it bad because they don't know how to communicate to each other and they don't have friendship. And a good business makes them good because they know how to speak to each other and they know how to stand up. And when they have to do something, they do it, and a bad business doesn't.